Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Today is 2nd of November and 2022, and inshallah we'll recite few verses from Surah Ghafir. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. هو الذي خلقكم من تراب ثم من نطفة ثم من علقة ثم يخرجكم طفلا ثم لتبلغوا أشدكم ثم لتكونوا شيوخا ومنكم من يتوفى من قبل ولتبلغوا أجلا مسمى ولعلكم تعقلون. هو الذي يحيي ويميت فإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون. ألم تر إلى الذين يجادلون في آيات الله أنى يصرفون الذين كذبوا بالكتاب وبما أرسلنا به رسلنا فسوف يعلمون. إذ الأغلال في أعناقهم والسلاسل يسحبون في الحميم ثم في النار يسجرون. ثم قيل لهم أين ما كنتم تشركون من دون الله قالوا ضلوا عنا بل لم نكن ندعو من قبل شيئا كذلك يضل الله الكافرين. ذلكم بما كنتم تفرحون في الأرض بغير الحق وبما كنتم تمرحون. ادخلوا أبواب جهنم خالدين فيها فبئس مثوى المتكبرين. فاصبر إن وعد الله حق فإما نرينك بعض الذي نعدهم أو نتوفينك فإلينا مرجعهم. فاصبر إن وعد الله حق فإما نرينك بعض الذي نعدهم أو نتوفينك فإلينا يرجعون. So I recited from verses 67 and onwards. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us a very short version of the whole history of mankind, starting from its creation from soil or from dust. We have been created from turab, and that is the creation of the first human being, Adam. And then after that, the later human beings, me and you and everyone else, they are created through the biological process of a male and female meeting each other and the fertilization and all this 9 months journey in the womb, right? So we come to this earth, and after we come to this earth, we grow and become very strong, able youth men. And after that, like a bell curve, it goes back to again a weakness. So we were born weak and rising and then falling down again into the weakness at the time of old age, right? So in all this cycle, in all this journey, Quran is telling us لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. Let us ponder upon this process. So let us not let our life pass by without us pondering, thinking, what's the objective, right? Who is our creator? Why he has created us? So all these things needs to be needs to be reflected upon properly. And these are the ayatillah. And those who do not heed and pay attention to this, Allah is telling about them, أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ أَنَّى يُصْرَفُونَ الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِالْكِتَابِ وَبِمَا أَرْسَلْنَا بِهِ رُسُلَنَا فَسَوْفَ يَعْلَمُونَ. Right? So this is the same category. I mean, those who are kafaru, who try to bury and cover this ayat, they see it in front of them, but still they don't pay attention. These are the ones who belied Allah's signs scattered in this universe, in ourselves, in our societies, in the nature surrounding us. And most importantly, الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِالْكِتَابِ وَبِمَا أَرْسَلْنَا بِهِ رُسُلَنَا. Those who not only cover the signs in the nature, they also cover Allah's signs in the text form, which is in the Quran, or those who come to them in terms of messengers, or those who are acting on behalf of the messengers. Okay, meaning that those who convey the message of the messengers. So even if the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is not among us, even if Musa is not among us, if Isa alayhi salam is not among us, me and you, whenever we receive the message, we should convey it, and in that way we are doing the same job as the messengers. So if you are getting something from me, and something meaning that these verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like what I am doing now, for example, conveying the message of Allah, and you do not pay attention to it, you neglect it, then this is the verse that is talking about you. أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِالْكِتَابِ وَبِمَا أَرْسَلْنَا بِهِ رُسُلَنَا فَسَوْفَ يَعْلَمُونَ. And then Allah goes on to describe their fate on the day of judgment. They will enter hellfire, and very graphic description of how they are chained. إِذِ الْأَغْلَالُ فِي أَعْنَاقِهِمْ وَالسَّلَاسِلُ يُسْحَبُونَ. They will be put into chains tied to their neck, and they will be dragged in the hellfire. And while they are under punishment, they will be asked questions. قِيلَ لَهُمْ أَيْنَ مَا كُنْتُمْ تُشْرِكُونَ. Where are those deities other than Allah with whom you have been attached in this world? Someone is attached to his party, someone is attached to his leader, someone is attached to a celebrity, anything that distracted you, made you not listen to Allah, His Prophet, His book, kept you hypnotized in this world from asking these big questions or seeking the answer, or stood in front of your journey towards the right path. All these are the forms of shirk, the associates that you have been made in this dunya. So on the day of judgment, this will be a question. Where are those? Can they help you now while you are under torture? Can they come now and help you and relieve you? These are the leaders, these are the taghuts, these are all forms of deities that people attach in this world, and they give them guarantee. We give you your life insurance. But now this is the world hereafter, this is the second life, and nobody can give you an insurance except your deeds, your reaction to the prophets, their message to the kitab. So what they will answer? So this is the question to them on the hellfire. أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ تُشْرِكُونَ. So they will answer, ضَلُّوا عَنَّا بَلْ لَمْ نَكُنْ نَدْعُو مِنْ قَبْلُ شَيْئًا. Say that we don't find them. ضَلُّوا عَنَّا. They have lost. We lose them. I don't know where they are. And then they will start to deny, لَمْ نَكُنْ نَدْعُو مِنْ قَبْلُ شَيْئًا. We are not worshipping anybody else. as if that this denial will benefit them. It's nothing. Allah has recorded everything, and Allah is the just. Jahannam, or the hellfire, is the place of justice, as Jannah is the place of mercy. Okay. And then Allah goes on to describe the root cause. I mean, what causes the non-believers to deny? What causes the non-believers to cover the truth? What causes the non-believers to not listen to the prophets and those who act on behalf of the prophets? Allah gives the root cause. ذَلِكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَفْرَحُونَ فِي الْأَرْضِ بِغَيْرِ الْحَقِّ وَبِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَمْرَحُونَ. This is this magic of this world, the trials of this world, the enjoyment and the entertainment of this world is drawing a veil in front of the eyes, in front of our eyes. The enjoyment of this world, whether it is through wine, through women, through music, through nightclubs, through too much sports and this, everything in this world, when somebody indulges in these luxuries of the world, it draws a veil upon the eyes and upon the mind, and that veil causes us not to ask these questions or not to care about it. Let's say they say that, okay, this is just one life, let's enjoy it. Maximization of the enjoyment, hedonism, and this is what the Western civilization is encouraging us. All the corporate capitalism, with all the industry, all the entertainment industry, they try to keep us hypnotized in this and become like a drunken person, right? ذَلِكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَفْرَحُونَ فِي الْأَرْضِ بِغَيْرِ الْحَقِّ وَبِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَمْرَحُونَ. So these types of enjoyments and attachment with this world is bringing this destruction on the Day of Judgment. ادخلوا أبواب جهنم خالدين فيها فبئس مثوى المتكبرين. And Allah gave this attribute or this character for this category of people who indulges with the enjoyment of this world, that through this indulgement and excessive attachment to this world, a person develops this trait of arrogance, that whenever the haqq and the truth comes, you feel arrogant and you think that who is this guy who is coming and giving me lecture about Quran and Rasul, and these are archaic things, these are old things, who are they? So this is the definition of kibr, the arrogance which the Prophet gave. The definition, or rather the symptoms of it, is that batarul haqqi wa ghamtun nas, the belying and rejecting, denying the truth and belittling the persons or the people who carry the truth. So if you find any of these two traits in you, then you are in a very danger. You need to rectify this problem, and this is the mutakabbirin. And finally, the verses that I recited, the last verse that I read, Allah is giving advice to the people who are not drunken, who know the purpose of this world, who see in front of them people who are drunken and they enjoy the life, and they might have nice cars, nice villas, bank balances, they go on vacations, all these things that the Western civilization promotes. So a believing person, when see these things, it's a bit difficult, right? Because you see yourself attached to the truth, yet we pass in a very hard life economically and conveniences from the material side, right? So at this stage, what is needed? Sabr. That is the most important part. Fasbir. That's why the last verse that I recited ended with this advice. Fasbir inna wa'dallahi haqq. Steadfast. Be patient because the promise of Allah is true. Wa'dallahi haqq. Right? So let these enjoyments and the people who are drunken, let these things don't distract the people who know the truth, because we know that there is a life after death, and we are working towards that life which is eternal. Compared to the 70 years of inconvenience is nothing. 70 years of inconvenience is nothing when compared that you are getting 70 billion years, right? Even more eternal, cannot end, it never ends, right? فاصبر إن وعد الله حق فإما نرينك بعض الذي نعدهم أو نتوفينك فإلينا يرجعون. So let us not, for us as individuals, let us stick to the right path and be steadfast on it. Okay? Let Allah execute His own plan, because we often as a human being, it's hard-coded in our psyche that we want things very fast. Before I die, I want the destruction of this and that person, or this and that civilization, or this and that. Let this not be the objective. فَإِمَّا نُرِيَنَّكَ بَعْضَ الَّذِي نَعِدُهُمْ أَوْ نَتَوَفَّيَنَّكَ فَإِلَيْنَا يُرْجَعُونَ. You might die before you see the punishment of Allah befalling on those drunken people, or you see it in your life. It doesn't matter as long as you are on the right path. Because what happens is this whole world has a day when it ends. That is the end of the times. And after that, everybody will be raised, and then the justice will be established. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open our hearts and minds to this truth that Quran exposed us and we heard in this morning. Wallahu a'lam wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.